Shalom. Continuing on here with part 2. Let's continue. Let's get back to the blue letter. All right. And continue reading here so we can get to the main point. All right. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, and understand that they have deceived the whole world. Okay? What does it tell you that? Give me a minute. All right, this is Revelations, the 12th chapter. All right, the key point is in 9. I'll start at 7. All right? And there was a war in heaven. So this is what's getting ready to happen. This is all part of what? Armageddon. World War III. Okay? Michael, the archangel, Michael, which means like God, and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon is America, Babylon the Great, the EU, and NATO. You understand? That's what makes up this last leg and extension of the revived Roman Empire. You understand that? Okay? America, Babylon the Great is the head of it. She is the eighth that comes out of the previous 7. And in order to understand that, you need to understand, Daniel chapter 2, the 10 toes. You need to understand the Daniel chapter 7, the little horn, okay, that it speaks of, okay, that plucked up 3 of our own roots, all right, which were what? The British Empire, okay, fought Great Britain for her independence, fought Spain and France. Do you understand that? That little horn? She was more stout than her fellows, okay? You understand that, people? And you need to understand what? Besides that, in the scriptures, circular history, and you need to understand what the parable is talking about when it appears, talking about the 7 heads and the 10 horns. And the 10 horns simply go back to the vassal states during the time of the Roman Empire. All right? And when you get to the parable, which is in Revelations, the 17th chapter, it's telling you, again, that, there were, it uses, again, the scriptures are made up of allegories, all right? Parabolic, metaphoric, form that it uses, dark sayings, right? Within the prophecies itself, even. Okay? So you have to be able to crack the code, and you're not going to do that on your own, all right? You need the Rakakadash, that Holy Spirit. The Lord has to be supping with you, okay? Revelations 3:20 is a knock on the door. He comes in, right? He comes into you, you into him, and he sups with you. You understand? And he goes on to send you another comforter, the Rakakadash, the Holy Spirit. All right? So you have the scriptures, which are comforter, plus he sends you another comforter, the Holy Spirit. Plus, not only that, I believe he also assigns an angel to you, so that eventually you, if you don't stub your foot, okay, and, keepeth his works, overcometh and keepeth his works until the end, to him will he give power over the nations. You understand? Which is what? Rulership. You understand that? All right? And thou shalt, break them with a rod of iron, all right, and dash them to pieces as a potter's vessel. All right? And you pretty much read the same thing. You read that in Revelations 2, 26 to 28, and you pretty much read the same thing in Psalms, the 2nd chapter, starting around the 8th verse. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. See? And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and so on and so forth. You understand? All right? So again, this is not just a spiritual book, a prophetic book, a historic book. This is a book of kings. This is a book in preparation, preparing you for rulership in the kingdom, which is here on the earth. And again, this book does not come from man. This book is not of this world. It's not of this realm. It comes from the heavens. It tells you that in James 3:17. Okay? This wisdom comes from above. What is above you? The heavens. Okay? And it is first pure, right? Meaning it is first pure before Esau, perverses and corrupts your minds. Okay? You understand? All right. So anyway, there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Again, this hasn't happened yet. This is getting ready to happen. We're living in that time now. Okay? When Yahweh Shai died, that was the beginning of the end. We're at the end of the end now. Okay? So they're going to fight, America, Babylon the Great, their military, all right, EU's military, NATO, you understand that? Okay? They're going to fight the last leg and extension of the revived Roman Empire, all right? And the dragon fought with his angels. So the dragon is talking about Esau, Edom, so it's talking about their military. Okay, those are their angels. They're F-117s, F-118s. You understand that? They're Space Force. You get it, people? You follow? All right? And prevail not. See that? Going to be a first round knockout. It's going to be a slaughter. You understand that? It's going to be a slaughter. Okay? Neither was their place found anymore in the heavens. See that? Yeah, their carcasses are going to be cast out of the heavens, out of the skies. You understand that, people? All right? And here's the point. And the great dragon was cast out. There you go. That old serpent called the devil. Devil means deceiver, false accuser, slanderer. Okay? And Satan simply means adversary. So this is not talking about the spiritual entity Satan. This is talking about the human counterpart here on earth. And when you go look up the word devil, it'll tell you that it's talking about a man who plays the part of the devil here on earth. Talking about a nation of people. Okay? And they are the people whom the Lord have indignation, which is righteous anger forever. And he calls them the board of wickedness. You read this in Malachi 1:4. Okay? And they are also what? The curse. All right? The cursed people to the Lord's judgment that you read about in Isaiah 34:5-6. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is the Greek translation for Edom. The Edomites, the white man. You understand? The people of my curse to judgment. You understand that? All right? And the Lord goes on there to tell you that he have a sacrifice in Basel, which is a capital in Edom, code for America, Babylon the Great. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Okay? Again, code for America, Babylon the Great. You understand that, people? All right? When it's all said and done, all right, with the ICBMs, again, America is going to be a desolation. All right? A wasteland. A desert. Okay? It's going to be overkill for here. All right? The other parts of the earth that are going to burn are like Europe. Okay? In the Middle East. But those places will get rebuilt. America, Babylon the Great will remain as it is, a desolation and a memorial unto the Lord. You understand that, people? All right? And that's all scriptural. All right? So again, the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth, I repeat, deceiveth the whole world. You see that? Proof of that, that's all backed up in Revelations, the 20th chapter, people. Right? Revelations, the 20th chapter, backs that up. All right? And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit is Europe, and a great chain in his hand. All right? That's a spiritual chain. All right? And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. Talking about Esau, Edom, the Edomites. This is after their Greco-Roman empires. Okay? He was put down for 1,000 years. See? Bound them for 1,000 years. And cast them into the bottomless pit, which is Europe, right? So they went back into their caves, all right? The Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, okay? And they originate from Mount Seir, southeast of Israel, also known as Petra, okay? All right? So they come from the clefts of the rock, all right? That's where they originate from. And shut him up and set a seal upon it, that he should do what? Said that he should not deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Right? During that 1,000 years, the Moors ruled all of Europe, known as the Dark Ages. That's why they called it the Dark Ages, because Israelites were ruling. Now, mind you, they were going off. They were worshiping Islam and all other sorts of evil, wicked things. But nonetheless, the Israelites were in rulership for the 1,000 years. So you see, everything is about Jacob and Esau, people, which plays out from the book of Genesis all the way to the book of Revelations. Okay? All right. So, all right, that they should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years be fulfilled. And after that, the Lord must let, the dragon, the serpent, the devil, Satan, who are the Edomites, Esau, Edom, he must be loose for a little season, one more time, okay? For the last time, okay? The third and final time, right? Because they first came into power as the Macedonian kingdom, right? Alexander the Great, King Philip the Macedonian, his father, right? Calling themselves the Greeks, and then morphing into the fourth and final beast, the Roman Empire. Then, of course, as we're reading, they will put down the 1,000 years. Then they will come back into power, which would be what? During the Renaissance. So this picks up here at verse 7 and 8. And when the 1,000 years, have expired, Satan, right, Esau, Edom, the Edomite, shall be loose out of his prison. That seal would be removed. All right, so he can come back into power, placed into power by the Lord, right? In order to what? Fulfillment of prophecy, as we are reading here. And shall go out to do what? To deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. There you go. You got it, people? All right. Let's get back to, all right. So, for many shall come in my name. All right, rather wrong. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Okay? And here's the key point. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, right? Or Messiah, whatever you want to say. Or their sweet Jesus. All right? And shall deceive many. You see that? And that's all they're doing. Deceiving. You understand? All right. We'll end this here, and we'll be right back with part 3. I didn't think it would take this long, but nonetheless, we'll come right back with part 3. All right? Shalom.